Let's talk about sadhana, spiritual practice, spiritual discipline. Because, like previously mentioned, this is where the magic starts, happens. So we can use the analogy of the caterpillar and the butterfly. Sadhana is the cocoon that makes this transformation possible. And the caterpillar used to crawl around. Then after the transformation, then it flies. So this is a good analogy for sadhana, for the spiritual process. So the basis of the sadhana. Your meditation, fundamental, of course, and whatever disciplines you want to put, you feel you should put, it's good. But the basis for it is repetition, being constant, steady practice. But this repetition factor, it's very important. So for your meditation, you need to understand that you're creating a strong habit to burn all sanskaras, to burn all impurities. And the sadhana works as a rigid structure, because what you recognize as yourself is a product of a lot of deviations according to fears, attachments, and so on, what has been previously talked about. This trying to cultivate the divine qualities is good because it abstracts you from indulging in the other behaviors, but it is in the rigid structure of the sadhana that transformation occurs. And it takes time. Doesn't matter how much time. It needs your commitment to continue, or else it will not give fruit. If you just, okay, so I'll sit for 2 months or 1 year and it's solved. It doesn't work like that. Because your commitment needs to be strong, needs to be continuous, or else it will not give fruit. Because as it starts to go a little bit deeper, you will stop it. So it's like breaking the cocoon in half, the transformation. Butterfly dies. So, as to the practical aspects to put your meditation. So, prior to meditation, best time is from 2 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning onwards, you choose, but as early as possible. And before going to bed also. And if you can put more sittings during the day, the better. But then you increase in your own time. But understand this. It has to be the same time. Always at the same time. Sitting always at the same time. Not half an hour earlier or later, or now I meditate in the morning, then in the afternoon. If you start in the morning, say 4 o'clock in the morning, then you keep the first sitting in these hours from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock. This is the best time to meditate. Everybody's sleeping, nature is quiet, it's easier to deepen your meditation. But if you're too agitated, it will become difficult, but continue, it's good anyway. Maybe even if it doesn't seem to be. So, in the morning, to use that best time, at least 2 hours sitting. For those who are making 1 hour, okay, but you need to increase that because that's the best time of the day. But if it is 4 to 6 or 4 to 5, it has to continue to be 4 to 5. Not 3:30, not 4:30 to 5:30, 4 to 5, 4 to 6. Always at the same time, in the same place, with the same technique. This is very important. So if it's possible, get a room specific for meditation, make it a temple-like place. Sit facing either north or east and practice your meditation. Don't forget about your prayer, opening prayer, ending prayer. After meditation, you can read some scriptures. It's good. And always at the same time, with the same technique. It's one technique today, another tomorrow. This doesn't work. One technique has to be exhausted. And that means 2 years, 4 years, doesn't matter. But it has, or sometimes it can be less, but it is guidance that brings the new technique. And you start feeling, okay, it's not something from here, because from here it was always something new, something better. And it needs time to purge all mental impurities. So building your sadhana in a correct way is fundamental, and understanding that this is a daily habit you're trying to bring. It is a rigid structure that you're putting yourself into so that all your deviations may be corrected. So there are the sitting moments, the formal meditation, there's the rest of the day. The rest of the day, paying attention to those behaviors, implementing what we have been talking about is important. But even more important is to have some kind of a spiritual practice to have during the day. And for this, mantra chanting is one of the best, because that or silence is what you can implement, but silence is very complicated. For the majority, it's impossible. There are some that they think they are practicing silence, coming back to silence, coming back to silence. It's not bad, but mantra is better because it purges the noise, the impurities from the mind. It's like being embedded in spiritual vibration constantly with the mantra. So sitting meditation with the mantra or some other technique, I've given you the mantra, but if you have another one, if you prefer it, okay? And and between sittings, mantra chanting, mantra chanting, mantra chanting. There must be a spiritual practice. It has to become 24/7. This is how it moves. The more you leave your mind loose, the worst. Because the time that you are not in spiritual practice, you are in worldly practice, mundane practice, filling your mind with mundane energy. Then you have to purge it out again. So you're not moving, not going anywhere. And sadhana consists in discipline, repetition, sacredness. So whatever you put in place, you maintain. The sitting times, you choose the best timing and you maintain it. So you're going for 1 hour, for example, and you're trying to increase that sitting, but it's uncomfortable, you're having difficulties. Okay, and you conquer more 5 minutes. So now it's 1 hour, 5 minutes. The next day, you will go for 1 hour and 5 minutes. You will not stop less, you will not go back. And if you increase something, make sure you can maintain it. And maintain it. Before meditation, cold shower is very good because It makes you gain more time. You can use it to practice the mind to be more stable, because you will not find pleasure in it. So entering the cold shower, you should enter in a slow manner without any fast gestures, keeping your mind still, feeling the emotions ramping up from within, and entering. Then washing yourself slowly and coming out again slowly, no sudden moves. This you train the mind. That's one aspect. It brings a lot of benefits for the body. That's another aspect. And you'll probably, one day, you'll probably need it to cool down the body because of meditation, but you don't have to worry about with that now. But another important aspect is this: as you get up, your energy is like scatter around. This is why you feel dull and heavy. And you sit for meditation until your energy lines up to start the meditation. 40 to 50 minutes have already passed. With that cold shower, everything goes like, it's ready to go. So you will use better the time of the sitting for your meditation. So create this rigid structure that you don't change. Pay attention to your food. No stimulating foods. Just nutritious, simple food. Without spices, without hot things. Keep it simple. Eating all the time, it's not good also. So concentrate your meals so that the rest of the time can be well used. You see, because your energy should be moving upwards and remaining at the upward centers all the time. Whenever you put food in your stomach, energy has to go down. This is why when it's a heavy meal, you feel sleepy, because energy has gone down. There's no energy in the higher centers. So if you're putting all the time, it's going down all the time. And wherever energy is concentrating, that's the area of life which becomes more prominent. This is where you want your energy to remain. If there's nothing down there, it rises eventually with the right practices, with the discipline. And this is where you want to keep it higher. So these are important aspects in the sadhana. Probably I forgot some. If you have doubts about this, you can always send the questions and I will make something to complement this. But these are the main aspects. It is daily. It is constant. Keep a formal sitting practice and try to increase it your level best. And between sittings, keep up a spiritual practice, preferably mantra chanting. It's the one that fits the best. You can do loud chanting if the surroundings allow it, or you can keep it mental. It's more difficult. It's better to practice it loud first, because it prepares the mind, it cleans the mind. Then the mental chanting becomes more possible, more continuous. And when it goes to the background, concentrate your attention in the mantra. Don't let the thoughts just remaining there unchecked. Okay. Sadhana.